Yedo bibia se emo bibia kwa ba e de ba StreamEdge TV so. Said the telephone munim no. I had a political update and I bring na ya de bramo. Na ensem ho pa na ensem ho no ebi ni se eye minister a friend no Okujeto Ablakwa na odi nsem bia babatu dwa. Na telephone ensem no odi abatu dwa no ensem na no hye. Isan se utie ensem na utimi busa ho se nenti your president wo manwu ha ena sa sika we nyina enwunu edi gufam a ye hunu ba bia sika we nyina efa na midem tim hu se trimodin ena kufuado ene ni ministers ene na appointees omaye omadwen se omagana for ho ntom da isan se petroleum taxes a egu petrol so enunti ama petrol boaye din ama eniema yatoto niema so ne ade abusuo minim se ombetimi aye bibi e de afasa petrol yi ho ene anase taxes yi egusu yi ombetimi aye bibi de afasa taxes yi ho just Okujeto are revealing a lot of secrets ene just sika enwunugu offices a ye create no Akufo-Addo first term as our offices ni nyina no anase ministries a ye create na Akufo-Addo term first term no sa ministries ni nyina agu just some ministries especially Ministry of Special Initiatives na how comes in down some ministry ni nyina agu ya collapse some ministries ni nyina but you see omo tebi ewo na presidency ho no mo a just omo office ewo office ho no mo a ye tue ankrofo ka abreni nyina ohwe eye ya osafomafo say onye senior minister biom because first 4 years Akufo-Addo better so no na oye senior minister say onye senior minister biom and so still the office edaso is in existence ye tua ne workers ka atiefo ye gusu etua ya osafomafo ne workers ka wo mreko a ne office eni ho biom ye ni senior minister biom and so ne office ewo ho no ma ye tua omoka and I will share expenses are Akufo-Addo private jets 20,000 euros every time bia na offer na ka ho asem Ablakwa tem bia no gina Akufo-Addo konso say sa flight a wo fa no o charter da bia wo mreko ye wo presidential jet si ho wo say wo mpe because jo mama tenamu da nti tenamu abewu enti won tenamu da na da bia obebo man ne ka akwakofa private jet da bia ne ye ka ho asem eno ene the reason why ntia eka amene Ghana as say you try ho ba bia entwa no na mepese ekotie eye Okujeto Ablakwa if say wakansem bebre esese atiefo wo so tie bi na fe ye beto aso.
Is this not a time to review the taxes on petroleum products?
You mean downward?
If we can't do it now, yes.
The economy will collapse further.
Don't tell me that. I disagree.
Why?
Because you can balance the equation by cutting expenditure. Okay. Because there are always two sides.
Okay.
Of course, if you want to keep the current status quo, you keep over 700 presidential staffers, over 80 ministers, triple, quadruple deputies. What do we need 4 deputies at NADMO for? What do we need 3 deputies at SNIT for?
NADMO has 4 deputies.
Yes. What do we need that for? I have here the Auditor General's report. I've been serializing the content. Look, it's so depressing. The secretariats that we have created. Page 200 of this Auditor General's report on general government. Doc, you will be shocked to hear that when we were told that the Ministry for Special Development Initiative is being collapsed to cut down costs, we went to create a secretariat at the presidency, put a coordinator in charge, Napaga Tia. And if you look at their compensation, according to the Auditor General, what he's found out in 2021, compensation has shot up from less than $1 million. It was 977,000. It shot up to 358,164,828.
No.
Yes.
What are you saying?
Compensation for special development initiatives in Secretariat under the Presidency.
It was what?
It was 977,000.
In which year?
In the 2020 budget. In just 2020.
Less than $1 million.
Yes. We've added 357 million to it. Let me.
357 million.
Yes.
Compensation.
Yes, compensation. That's what the
for how many human beings?
I've been asking for explanation since yesterday. I put
but it's ridiculous.
Yes, very ridiculous.
How can 1 million become 300 and something million?
That is it.
Just compensation.
Just compensation. You can read it here. Compensation.
Is it an error?
Pay 200 and it is online.
Is it an error?
Auditor General's report. This report, my brother, is scary. We said that the senior minister no longer exists, isn't it? Is that not what we're told?
Yes.
Yet we are keeping his office. The Auditor General has found out. And we spend about 1.9 million. What are people still doing in that senior minister's office? What are they doing there? So we deceive people that, we've collapsed the secretariat or the ministry. And yet people are there drawing salaries. Their compensation
for the year 2021.
2021. Office of a senior minister, compensation was 148,793. They had goods and services, can you imagine? Goods and services of 1.83 million. And 1.9 million, 86,000. Imagine what that money can do. Then we have a Ghana Health Service. We have a Ministry of Health. President Akufo-Addo created a COVID-19 secretariat. The Auditor General has discovered that. We didn't know in Parliament that apparently a COVID-19 secretariat was established.
We knew about a task force.
Yes, we knew about a task force, which they said was ministers coming together because you need a coordinated approach, which we agree. Coordinated approach, Minister of Health, Minister for Defense, Interior, Transport and all of that. Apparently, it was another opportunity to create a new bureaucracy, which still exists up to now. They are drawing salaries. Their compensation alone is 928,478 at the Office of the President. We gave them goods and services. We gave them goods and services of 3.7 million. So far, they have spent 21,608,343. These are the things that must go. So when people say that, if you reduce the taxes on fuel, do you want the government to collapse? I'm saying there's so much waste in the system. The Auditor General is telling us that between 2017 and 2021, financial irregularities, malfeasance, corruption, is about 50 billion. Far more than we can get from the IMF. We are chasing the IMF for just $3 billion. So you go through these Auditor General's reports, my brother. It's sickening. It's sickening. Offices that can go, that should not exist. And this is expenditure. Doc, it's expenditure. It's not, the Auditor General is not talking about projection or allocations. What has been spent? And Doc, do you know that in this 2021 Auditor General's report on general government, at page 6, the Auditor General confirms. You remember we put out Tenofriate's letter, the illegal withdrawal from the Consolidated Fund to build the President's Cathedral.
Yes.
What we put out was the request letter for the release of the money. The Auditor General confirms in this report that indeed the money was released. At page 6, you have your National Cathedral, item 22, expenditures by government for flagship programs.
So the cathedral is a flagship program.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
Flagship program.
Right.
And this time, 142,762,500 Ghana cedis. The money spent. And yet, what we have there is just some galamsey sites. We haven't paid the people we demolished their properties. They are now in court. They are in court. Yes, judgment debt is looming. And 142 million confirmed, spent, according to the Auditor General, page 6 of the 2021 report on general government. So, our public finances is in a mess. Total mismanagement. People were spending like there's no tomorrow. You remember, Doc, for about 2 years, I was on the president on his choice of chartered travels. There's a presidential jet, use it. He wouldn't listen. Tried all kinds of theatrics, including a meet me there, pretending he was traveling commercial from here. Then ask the charter jet to meet him. 20,000 euros an hour. Now, see where we are. I'm sure at today's exchange, that will be more than 50 million cedis that we have blown.
Na tie for ade wa hokra eye me ya ne se wonim se eye okujato blako eye na dwe se obehwehwe eye Akufo-Addo na kwantum ho nsem ne ade ewo mu a na ode sika we abatudwa se sika we president no spend this sika we ewo private jet ho ewo ho na ode abatudwa minnim se tie for so be kan a se na wo follow a ewo mu a na okujato de abatudwa ewo mu a na wakoyi sika na ode aba se Akufo-Addo spend this sika we ewo private jet ho ena ekodu ba bi na Akufo-Addo say on fa private jet ni biem enti obefa commercial not knowing no say na offer commercial na private jet no akwa gina another country wakọ gina baabi na wakwa si wo honom sa country no so na say wafa private jet no na de ko baabi o de ko. That is extent to which na Akufo-Addo pra Ghana for na okuyen. Enti Akufo-Addo de wa ma se oba besom Ghana for oba se obelieve to say Arabian king because or he said the Ghana for deny no for 2 consecutive times ayanto abanfa mano na oboka e dey ade turn ni papa properties nim ni ade na one sawaba be nya akwanya aba betena so ne de obe make sure say obetini kanyina na wadi abro ansa na obekọ awakọ because ohwe ensem a okujato black wa eka ensem a chese ano ohye chese bi wo honom krampa a ye mfa ma parliament mpo ma parliament fo krampo ehu say this is what is going on. One typical example sa cathedral ya omo Akufo-Addo so wa hye ne nyankopon bi bo wode aba be hye Ghana for cause Ghana for na ensi fama sa ne nyankopon no sika omo de hye cathedral no mukura no ye mfa ma parliament mpo ubehu na ye yi sika ne de akwa hye cathedral no enei na cathedral na anwe ne se esi ho no mi se nkrofo a omo pamu wom efiri saasase na omo si cathedral so ni nyina e de aban kokot a just say abedan judgment debt egu oman eso Akufo-Addo de okọ tiefo sa kwai ekọ na wa broka de egu ho just say wodwe ho a wunya ntiase bie mfrim sa cathedral we de mitimi dwe ho sa minya ntiase mfrim say Akufo-Addo se wa hye onyankopon bi gba Ghana for fa ho ben what this idea we about to Ghana for so say Ghana for na yentua asofo no so a ebi mu adwen eye 2x4 no abegina Ghana for kon say Ghana for na yentua sika Christopher na ewom no yentua sika na ye fancy cathedral emfa manyankopon mi ho nyame bia meka nkire Akufo-Addo say opedan bi asi ana opeba bi atena onya ba bi ntentena ensu oto na ensu ohwe no enti opeba bi atena anya sa na tie but Akufo-Addo de boka de gu honom e de amanchirima o tonga ne nyapade nyina na wako nti do bibia se abusia hi StreamEdge TV yes rest of subscribe to your channel no click on the notification bell so that be the update be about on so be count there ya da masibe bre abusia